Based on that incident, you decided to testify that the accused should be exempted from criminal liability. Is that correct?
Didi. Henrich, ikaw ang mag-object, hindi ako. You go to another point. Or you paraphrase your question so that it will not be leading.
Miss Witness, how did you, to reiterate, how did you said that that Audrey Reyes is an insane person?
Based on what I saw at the day of the incident, like it's unusual for a mother to do nothing when her baby is like dead or covered with blood. And it's not the usual Audrey Reyes that I knew since 2015.
Miss Witness, will you please describe to us the appearance of Audrey Reyes when you saw her in her house? Her physical appearance.
She's not really dressed well. It looks like she haven't took a bath like for a long time. Like her hair is very messy, and even the baby, it's very messy.
No further question, Your Honor.
All right, Cross.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
All right, proceed.
Miss Witness, the victim is Audrey Reyes' daughter, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
At 2 p.m., you went to her house, is that correct?
As I remember, yes, sir.
Isn't it correct that it would be hard for you to identify the knife used since you were only standing near the door and it's dark?
Yes, sir.
Just to clarify, the accused is your neighbor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You said your address is in 38 Santa Cecilia Street, Villa Rosa Subdivision, Lipa City, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you say neighbor, it means your house is beside the accused house, right?
Yes, sir.
Your address said that you live in Villa Rosa Subdivision. Do you agree with me that your house is at least 1 meter apart?
Yes, sir.
Since the accused was your neighbor, you and the accused had been into a close relationship, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Having said that, the relationship between you and the accused grew stronger after her husband died, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you agree with me that before you said that
Yes,
you
sir.
noticed something unusual towards her action? You heard her laughing alone and talking alone. And can you hear her because you are neighbors? And am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Aside from hearing her, did you see her when she was laughing and talking alone?
Sometimes when she's in their terrace or sometimes through her window.
Is it not possible that she was on her phone and talking to someone else during that time and you just happened to overhear her?
Yes, sir. It's possible.
You claim that the accused is an insane person, but did you see her visit the hospital for her mental state?
No, sir.
So there are no reports or medical records to prove your claim that she is insane.
No, sir.
All those instances that you said were all merely observations. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So there was actually no basis as it was just observation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
No further question, Your Honor.
All right. Defense counsel, redirect.
Miss Witness, how do you say that that Audrey Reyes is suffering for mental issues?
It is based on my observation since I see her like every day, and I've known her since 2015, so I know how she really acts, and I it's easy for me
Is
to
that
notice.
is that part of the cross?
Yes.
Part ba yun ng cross yung redirect mo?
Yes.
Hindi ko ang tinatanong ko, Henrich. Part ba yun ng cross yung redirect mo, defense counsel? About the insanity of the accused? Jed?
Yes, yes, Judge.
Yes. Yung tinatanong mo sa kanya, sa redirect, is that touched during cross, yung insanity?
Judge Henrich asked po kung merely speculation lang po yung insanity.
Okay, sige. Alright, proceed.
Miss Witness, when did you notice that that Audrey Reyes is an insane person? When did you notice it?
After she gave birth,
Do you know any reason why? Do you know any reason why she became insane?
maybe because her partner died.
What is the basis of insanity? Because you are referring to insanity. Is that already proven that the accused is insane? Because you were using the word insanity.
Not yet, Judge.
Is there any proof or coming from let's say for example, from a psychiatrist that the accused is already insane for you to use the word insane? Who's that is insane? That she is insane? Defense counsel.
Based on what she observed, Judge.
All right. There was no proof that or medical diagnosis that the accused was really insane.
Wala pa po.
All right. Okay, continue. Do you have any defense?
No further question, Your
All
Honor.
right, recross. Enrich. They have recross?
None, Your Honor.
No recross. Okay. The witness is excused. Okay, third case. Thank you.
People versus Jay Reyes for robbery with rape. Are the parties present? Hello.
All right. Sino si kay Morales? Prosec?
Yes po.
All right. Then Defense Counsel Bagsic. Where is Miss Fronda? All right. Okay, call your witness. Sino ba magpe-present? Prosecutor or defense?
Prosecutor.
All right. Prosecutor, call your witness.
Your Honor, I'm calling to the witness stand the victim, Miss Clarissa Montercon.
Swearing the witness, interpreter.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Kindly tell us your name.
I am Clarista Mondragon.
How old are you?
I am 35 years old.
What is your civil status?
I am single.
Where do you live?
I'm living in Casley Apartment Room 4, Lubis District, Marawi, Lipa City.
Are you currently working?
Yes, I am.
What is the nature of your work?
I'm working in a bank.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Your witness, prosecutor, offer.
Your Honor, I am offering the testimony of this witness to prove the material allegation in this case.
By the way, what's the case? What's this case all about?
Robbery with rape po.
Robbery with rape. Okay, continue.
To identify the accused, to prove that the accused committed the crime charged against him and the pertinent documents therein.
All right.
Miss Witness, with the court's permission, do you know a certain Jay Reyes, the accused in this case? Yes, I know him. Is he here inside the courtroom? Yes. Can you point the person you were referring to? He is in there. Miss Witness, why do you know him? He used to deliver water in our apartment, and he is the one who entered my apartment last March 18. He also robbed and raped me. What evidences did you show the Honorable Court of such a fact, Miss Witness? I reported this to the police, and also I underwent medical examination. Honor, may we manifest the documents positively identified by the witness, the police report and the medical legal, be marked as our Exhibit A and B respectively.
All right, mark it accordingly.
This witness, what happened at 11 in the evening of March 18, 2020? I was in a shallow sleep, and when I was awakened by the presence of someone in my apartment, and I was so shocked and afraid that I saw Jay Reyes in my room. Miss Witness, who are you living with in your apartment? No one. I'm living alone because I'm not a native of Lipa, and I am from Iloilo City. So my family is in Iloilo City, and I'm alone here. How did you know the presence of the accused inside your apartment? I usually has a shallow sleep, and then felt that someone is inside my room, and so there I saw him there. He is holding a knife when I saw him. What did you feel when you saw him, Miss Witness? Felt so terrified, and I was surprised that he's in my room. Miss Witness, I have here an item. Can you describe, do you recognize this item, Miss Witness? Yes, I recognize that. That's the knife that is used by Jay Reyes. Your Honor, may we manifest that this item, positively identified by the witness, be marked as our Exhibit C.
All right, mark it.
Miss Witness, during that time, were you able to call for help? No, I was not able to call for help because on the time that I saw him, he showed me his knife, and then any movement that I will make will there's that he will use that against me. Can you describe the things that he took from you? He robbed. He took my cell phone, the black one, the Samsung cell phone, two pairs of uh, gold earrings, and then my ring, and then money, the list 5,000 pesos.
Okay, Miss Witness, I have here another item. Can you recognize this one?
Yes, that's my phone.
Okay, Your Honor, may we manifest that the item positively identified by the witness be marked as our Exhibit D?
All right, Mark.
What happened next after you saw the accused getting your things, Miss Witness?
After he took my things, he was so angry because I was looking at him, and then he moved towards me. He took cloth, and then he tied my hands. He also tied my mouth. That's why I was not able to shout. And then he raised my both hands up. And then also he let my legs spread. And then he lie in front of me. And then uh, he also took off his pants, and then he he also inserted his penis inside my private part.
And then what happened next, Miss Witness? Were you able to call for help?
I was not able because I was really struggling that I be and asking him to release me, but he punched me in the stomach. That's why I lost consciousness. I don't know what happened next.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Ross.
Madam Witness, just to clarify, according to you, when the incident happened, you were sleeping with a well-lit room, to be specific, 20 watts of fluorescent lamp. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree with me that if you are someone with a criminal intent, don't you think you should have turned the lights off in order to conceal your identity?
That did not happen, but he raped me. That's it.
No, it's only answerable by yes or no. So you just answer yes or no.
Yes.
And according to you, you live in room number 4, Castley Apartment, Leviste Street, Barangay Maraway, Lipas City. And upon checking the location, it appears that the rooms or the apartments were built in rows, meaning to say they are situated right next to each other. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the incident, you said that you weren't able to call for help, but were you not able to at least make any noise or any sound like your cries whenever he's punching or he's hitting you with the back of the knife? Weren't you able to make any noise regarding that, even just a cry?
I made noise, but I don't know. No one even hears me.
And no one heard you. Okay, and
Yes.
you also said that the incident transpired around 11 p.m. Since your neighborhood is really that close to each other, no one noticed a guy or a man entering your house at the time, knowing that you're living alone?
Ma'am, that was March 18, the time of the quarantine. We were not allowed to go out of the apartment at that time.
Okay, so
So no one's staying outside.
according to you, there was a quarantine on that time. Since there was a quarantine at that time, then how come um, the accused was able to to go to your place, knowing that even if your neighbors are not even allowed to go out from their own room, how come a person who is a jeepney ride away from you was able to go to your place?
That I do not know, ma'am. How he was able to enter my room and come to our place. I don't know.
That is all, Your Honor.
All right. Redirect.
No redirect, Your Honor.
No redirect.
Yes.
All right. The witness is excused. All right. Thank you. Okay, next case.
People of the Philippines versus Lucas Gutierrez for Estafa 1B. Are all parties present?
Respectfully appearing as public prosecutor, we're ready, Your Honor.
All right. Defense.
Dwight Rabano for defense, present, Your Honor.
All right. The accused is present.
No, Your Honor. The accused is
Nasaan
absent.
akusado? Ha?
Hello. Hello.
Where is the accused?
The accused is in the hospital, Your Honor.
O, so, paano? In absentia yan?
Yes po.
Ano to? Anong
Po, estafa po ang amin.
Alright. Wait lang ha.
Sige po.
Alright. The accused is present. So how the trial will proceed?
In absentia, Your Honor.
But it's your loss because you're the defense counsel. So you will waive your right for cross-examination. Will not be able to protect the right of your client.
Judge, the witness is in the prosecution.
Yeah, pero sa akusado ka, di ba?
Yes po.
Oo. Pag trial in absentia, hindi ka makaka-cross. Naintindihan mo ba yung consequence?
Apo.
Hindi ka makakapag-cross. Paano kita ge-gradean?
Present po.
O sige, kung na present ang accused.
Apo.
So, bakit man kasi ginawa pang absent? Oh. Okay. Prosecutor, call your witness.
Calling to the witness stand a first witness, the complainant, Mr. Mark Hendrik Sarmiento.
Mr. Witness, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly state as your name.
Mark Hendrik Sarmiento, ma'am.
How old are you?
I am 22 years old.
Where do you currently live?
I currently live in Block 2, Lot 10, Amity Street, Emerald Homes in Barangay Tambo, here in Lipa City, ma'am.
Are you currently working?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the nature of your work?
I'm a businessman and it is sound system rental, ma'am.
Okay na po, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, your witness offer.
Your Honor, we are offering the testimony of the witness to prove the allegation in this case, to identify the accused, to prove that the accused committed the crime charged against him and the pertinent documents therein.
All right.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
All right, with the permission of this honorable court, you're going to say that, okay, before you're going to start with your questioning or direct, okay? So with the permission of this honorable court, after your offer, okay. All right, proceed.
With the permission of this honorable court, Mr. Witness, what is your source of income?
My source of income, ma'am, is the sound system rental.
How long have you been in the sound system rental business?
I have been in the business for 5 years already.
Can you tell this honorable court where that sound system rental business is located?
It is located in Purok 3 in Nara Street in the Barangay Marawoy in Lipa City, ma'am.
How does your sound system rental business operates? Can you elaborate?
So to sum it up, customers would come to my office or to my business location in the said address that I have provided, and they would rent sound systems for a certain period of time. Usually it is 3 hours for 3 hours, and after the termination of the contract, they're obliged to return the sound system. And if they fail to do so within the allotted period of time, they will be penalized with 5,000 pesos. And failure to pay the 5,000 pesos, we have the right to execute legal action, ma'am.
Mr. Witness, do you know the accused in this case?
Yes, ma'am. His name is Lucas Gutierrez.
I will be showing you 3 sets of picture. Can you tell this honorable court which photo pertains to the accused?
Prosecutor, andyan na nga siya. Andyan na nga, kasi magta-trial in absentia siya, wala siyang matatanong. So, hindi ko siya mag-grade. Diba? Okay.
Okay pa, okay. Can you point in this honorable court where is the accused?
The accused is right there, sitting in a well-lit room. He is wearing some reading glasses. He was wearing a black coat with a white undershirt. And he is a relatively big man with a beard, a neck beard.
Si Eman yun.
A very handsome man.
Bigla ako naging accused.
Mr. Witness, do you remember having executed a judicial affidavit in relation
anong
to this
gagawin mo
case?
sa akusado? Hindi mo pinapatayo. In-identify na siya. Nalilimutan mo magpatayo pag ina-identify. Sabihin mo.
Ulit.
Hindi. Ikaw na. Sabihin mo, the man wearing ganyan, can you stand up? Ganon.
Tito Emon po ba yun?
Oo nga.
The man wearing eyeglasses and black coat with white polo shirt. Can you please stand?
Okay, tapos sabi mo, what's your name?
What is your name?
My name is Eman Sena.
Ay, ano ba ang pangalan na akusado nyo?
Lucas Gutierrez po.
Lucas Gutierrez pala, sorry.
Gutierrez pala.
Lucas, my name is Lucas Gutierrez, ma'am.
Okay. Ayan, sige. Okay, be seated. Sabi mo, interpreter.
Please be seated.
Okay. Sige, prosecutor, continue.
Mr. Witness, do you remember having executed a judicial affidavit in relation to this case?
Yes, ma'am. I remember.
I will be showing you a judicial affidavit previously marked as our exhibit A. In the 3rd page of this judicial affidavit, there is a signature above the name Mark Henrik Sarmiento. Can you please identify whose signature is this?
Yes, ma'am. That is my signature.
Your Honor, may we manifest that this judicial affidavit, the 3rd page of this judicial affidavit identified by the witness, be marked as our exhibit A-1.
All right, mark it accordingly. Any other question?
Mr. Witness, how did you meet the accused?
It was in the afternoon, in about 1:30 p.m. on May 2, 2020. The accused Lucas, he went to our office and inquired about our services. He told us that he wanted to rent a sound system because he was holding a party, and he availed of the 3-hour service, ma'am.
Right.
What happened next, if there's any?
Thereafter, we executed the contract, ma'am, and I explained very carefully what is stated in the contract. I clearly explained to him that there is a penalty clause that in case of failure to return within the allotted time, there is a penalty of 5,000 pesos. And failure to update or to fulfill that penalty, we have the right to execute legal action, ma'am.
Mr. Witness, you've stated that you executed a contract. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. We executed the contract.
If shown to you, will you be able
Who
to
made the
identify?
contract? Sinong gumawa ng kontrata? Who prepared the contract, Mr. Witness?
Ma'am, me and Lucas Gutierrez, we were the ones who prepared the contract, no? Your Honor.
All right. Was the contract notarized?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, proceed.
Mr. Witness, if the contract is shown to you, will you be able to identify the contract?
Yes, ma'am, I will be.
I will be showing you a contract executed by Mark Henrik Sarmiento and a certain Lucas Gutierrez. Can you please identify if this is the same contract you are pertaining to?
Yes, ma'am, that is the exact one that I'm pertaining to.
Your Honor, may we manifest that this contract positively identified by the witness be marked as our Exhibit C.
Was that not previously marked during preliminary conference?
Hindi po. Not yet, Your Honor.
It was not marked, but it was reserved during the time.
Yes po, yes po.
All right. Continue.
Mr. Witness, after executing the contract, what happened next?
What happened next was that I pointed to him the sound system, and we lived in the usual. We shook hands, and after he left, I entertained the other customers who also wanted to rent the sound system set.
Mr. Witness, do you remember having issued an official receipt in relation to such contract?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I remember.
If shown to you, will you be able to identify the official receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
I will be showing you an official receipt dated May 2, 2020. Can you please tell this honorable court if it is the same receipt you are pertaining to? Okay. Is this the same receipt you are pertaining to?
Yes, ma'am. That is the exact one.
In this official receipt, there is the name Mark Hendrik Sarmiento and the signature above. Can you please tell this?
Yes, ma'am. That is my signature.
Okay. Mr. Witness, what happened next after the issuing of the official receipt?
Well, after that, not immediately after, maybe like 3 hours or in the termination of the contract, he failed to return the sound system. He was not yet in the premises, ma'am.
After his failure to return the sound system, What did you do then?
Then after that, I tried calling his number several times, but he was out of reach, ma'am. And then I tried visiting the address which was indicated in his government-issued ID. However, I was told by the neighbors that he no longer lives there.
Mr. Witness, clarification from the court.
Yes,
Based
Your
on
Honor.
your contract, how can you say that the one who rented the sound system is already liable for penalty or already late
Because in
in
the
returning the sound system? How many days are being given to the one who rented the sound system?
in the contract, ma'am, I explained to the accused that we have a penalty clause. Within 3 hours, it should be returned.
3 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Why 3 hours?
We
It will be, the party will going to be for a whole day. For a whole
no,
day.
ma'am. No, ma'am. It was going to be for 3 hours, but if upon failure to return after 3 hours, there will be a penalty first of 5,000 pesos. But as we have established, he was not responsive, ma'am, to my calls, and we even tried visiting his address the next day, ma'am.
So you're saying that if the sound system will be used today, it should be returned also today on the same day after the use of the sound system?
Yes, ma'am. It was in the contract, ma'am.
Not the next day. Usually it's the next day after use of the sound system, and it is not returned, but you're going to pick it up because it's quite big, right? So your contract is that the lessee will be the one to return.
Yes, ma'am. As stated in the contract, he will be the one to return, ma'am.
I presume that you're the one who made the contract and not the lessee.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
Because I asked you a while ago who made the contract. You said that it was you and the lessee. But
Yes, ma'am.
because
It was me and Leslie, the Leslie, ma'am.
and the lessee allowed that kind of stipulation or
Yes,
provision in
ma'am.
the contract that right after 3 hours, you're going to return it immediately.
Yes, ma'am. I even thought we were buddy-buddy. He was very
Because you're
accommodating.
friends. You're friends? No.
No, ma'am. He was just very, how can I put this? A very approachable person, ma'am. And he seems very flexible.
Okay. All right, prosecutor.
Mr. Witness, after the several unanswered call and his absence in his given address, what did you do next, if there's any?
After the next day, we decided to go to the police station and requested for the police report on the said incident. Then I went to your office, ma'am, in your law office, and then I decided to seek legal advice and to help me draft a complaint affidavit, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Cross.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yeah, proceed.
Mr. Witness, are you the owner of the said business where my client borrowed the sound system?
Yes, sir.
Did you personally interview or accommodate my client?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
After executing the contract, you did not request or compel my client to submit any ID?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
If that's so, my client voluntarily gave his ID to you.
Yes, he voluntarily gave me his ID, sir.
You forgot to ask whether my whether or not is the government ID issued by my client was up to date. Did you ask? Didn't you?
Yes, I forgot to ask that, sir.
Did you call my client more than 10 times?
Um, no, sir. I don't think so. No.
If that's so, the intervals between calls exceeds more than 5 minutes.
Uh, I don't remember, sir. Yes, maybe.
Are you aware that a fortuitous event happening right now, Mr. Witness,
Yes, sir. I am
which is
aware.
the pandemic?
Yes, attorney.
If you are aware, uh, are you aware that the pandemic affects the event of my client?
No, sir.
No further question, Your Honor.
Redirect.
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right. The witness is excused. Before the witness is excused, I just have to ask the witness.
Yes, sir.
You stated a while ago when you were asked by the public prosecutor that when you call the contact number of the accused, it is of no avail. You could not contact the same.
Yes, ma'am.
It was
I could not.
only through telephone that you attempted to communicate to the accused.
No, Your Honor. When we found out that, when we realized that he is out of reach, we decided the next day to consult his residence, ma'am, as issued in his government ID.
And he was not there.
He was not there, ma'am, and we were told that by the neighbors that he no longer lives there.
How about the sound system? Where did he use that sound system?
When he came to
For
my,
a party?
yes, ma'am, for a party.
And where was the venue of that party? Were you able to locate if the sound system was left there?
It was he indicated to me that the venue should be near his location, but as we have discovered, he no longer lives there for a very long time.
How much did he pay to you? How much did he pay to you for the rent?
There is an initial payment of 5,000 for the contract, ma'am.
5,000 for the rent.
Yes, ma'am.
And that sound system cost how much?
That sound system cost about 50,000, ma'am.
And you were not able also. By the way, you said that you went to his location, his residence. Was there any other occupant that you happened to see in the residence of the accused?
No, ma'am. There was no one
There
there.
was no one still residing in that place?
No one, ma'am.
And you didn't know also where is he working?
No, ma'am. I have no idea.
So where did you send your demand letter?
We went to the police station, ma'am, and they were the one who who took care of the processing of the stuff.
Coming from you. So where did you send that demand letter? If according to you, there was no one in the, there's no one occupying the residence. So we're going to see that demand letter of yours if there is no one who is residing in that house.
The
We're not
police
able
were
also to locate the workplace.
yes, ma'am. We had no idea where to send the demand letter, but what we did was we filed the report to the police, and they're the ones who located the Mr. Lucas Gutierrez, ma'am.
Was he located?
Yes, ma'am. He is present in this court.
No, I mean, the police were able to locate. It was the police who located
Yes, ma'am.
But how come you were not able to locate and the police have located the accused? Where in fact, all those information that you have given, all the information were actually given by you to the police officers. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know how they were able to locate. I'll just leave it to the police, ma'am.
And it was the police who handed the demand letter
Yes, ma'am.
to the accused. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. A public prosecutor, I think you did not let your witness identify the demand letter. There was no demand letter that you were able to present during the trial. Okay. Next case.
People versus Margarita Latag for slander. Are all parties present?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Antonio Bathan, as the counsel of the prosecution. We are ready.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Fernandez for the defense.
All right. What is the case all about?
Slander po.
Slander.
Slander.
Okay. All right. Call the witness. Prosecutor.
We are calling to the witness stand the witness for the prosecution, Ms. Kate Sandoval.
Miss Witness, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please state us your name?
My name is Kate Sandoval.
How old are you?
I am 19 years old.
Where do you currently live?
I currently live at Lot 27, Block 16, Sierra Vista Subdivision, Barangay Sabang, Lipa City.
Are you working?
No, ma'am.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, your witness.
Your Honor, we are offering to the witness stand the testimony of our first witness in the person of Kate Sandoval to prove the material allegation in this case and to identify the accused and other matter relevant to the filing of this case.
All right.
So, Ms. Witness.
Hindi pa yon. With the permission of this honorable court muna.
With the permission of this honorable court, Ms. Witness.
Hindi pa. Nahingi ka pa ng permission eh, di ba? Oo. Di ba ako nagsasabi? Okay, proceed.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Judge. Ms. Witness, where are you last February 15, 2020?
I was at school that day, sir.
And what are you doing around 5:30 in the afternoon that day?
I was about to submit my project, sir.
Who is with you?
I was with my classmate and groupmate Erin Season that time.
Is there something unusual happened that time?
Yes, sir.
Do you still remember what happened?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember?
I remember going to the faculty office with Erin Season when a woman suddenly shouted and said hurtful words against Erin. And then I saw my classmate, Latag, approach the woman and they went away from the scene.
You mentioned that your classmate Micaela Latag approached the woman and went away, right?
Yes, sir.
What makes you sure that that woman and your friend Micaela Latag is related to each other?
When my classmate Micaela Latag approached the woman, I heard her uttered, "Mama, tama na, umalis na tayo."
What is the name of the accused here?
Margarita Latag. ma'am.
Margarita po.
Okay.
Did you know if your classmate Micaela and the victim Irene knows each other?
On 4 years of our classmate of being classmate together, I know that they are friends.
They are friends. And what makes you sure that that woman shouted those words to your friend Irene and not
Objection,
just...
Your Honor. Speculation.
Again, what is your question, prosecutor?
What makes you sure that that woman shouted those words to your friend Irene and not just mistaken her identity?
Right. Actually, it's objectionable. Sustained. You go to another point.
Did you still remember the exact words? Did you still remember those exact
Yes, sir.
words that that woman shouted? What are those words?
Yes, sir. I remember the woman said that Irene was a flirt and a prostitute.
What did that woman do after that?
The woman just stared at Irene and Micaela pulled her away.
Is there anybody except you who witnessed the incident?
Yes, sir.
What are their reactions?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Again, what's your question?
What are the reactions of other person who witnessed the incident, ma'am?
The witness may answer. Because he said that there are other people who witnessed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Good basis. You may answer.
Some people are shocked while the others are giving Irene some beautiful looks and are whispering to each other.
How about Irene? What is her reaction after that?
Irene was so shocked and she was crying so hard after the woman went away.
Did you notice any changes on Irene's attitude and personality
Objection, Your
after?
Honor.
What's your ground?
Lays on witness opinion, Your Honor. The witness is a mere student, Your Honor. He's not credible to give or to give the personality or the reaction.
No, because it's only what do you notice. If she notice something.
The prosecution is asking for the change on the attitude and the personality after that, which is irrelevant to the case because it's after the incident already. Not immediately
Again, what's your
after.
question?
Did you notice any changes on Irene's attitude and personality after that incident?
All right. Sustained. You paraphrase your question.
You said that a woman shouted below the belt words.
Objection, Your Honor.
There is no answer that it is below the belt. Okay, so
Okay, ma'am.
all right, that's misleading.
You said that a woman shouted words like prostitute to your friend Irene, right?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you still remember the face of that woman?
Yes, sir.
Is she in this court right now?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a specific physical description of her?
She has a short hair and she's a chinita.
Where is she in this court?
She's sitting on the front row, right behind you.
The girl sitting right behind the defense. Can you please stand The one with the short hair and the chinita.
Uh, anong
Ano po, Judge?
sige, napatindig mo na. Interpreter.
Nasaan ka po dito?
Ito po.
Kunwari lang yun. Wala naman siya. Okay. Sige.
Akala ko nandyan.
No further
Alright,
questions,
go.
Your Honor. No further questions, Your Honor. Your Honor, no further questions po.
Alright. Alright, Cross.
Permission to
Defense
proceed, Your Honor.
Counsel.
Permission to
Alright.
proceed.
Proceed.
Miss Witness, you mentioned
Proceed.
Witness, you mentioned earlier that you are only 19 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned also earlier that Irene was your classmate.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been classmate with Irene?
4 years, ma'am.
And your relationship with Irene is within the boundaries of your school premises only?
Yes, ma'am.
So you are not aware of the activities Irene beyond the school premises?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not aware how Irene behaved outside the school?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not aware of her extracurricular activities?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not aware of her friends and activities outside the school?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not aware how Irene normally behave or do with her personal life since she was your classmate only?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said earlier Irene and Michaela are close friends?
Yes, ma'am.
And
As far as I know.
And do you agree with me that Margarita, knowing he was the mother of Irene, knew Irene better than you?
Maybe, ma'am.
That Margarita can attest what kind of woman Irene outside the school since she was a close friend of her daughter?
I don't know, ma'am.
And you are not sure that Margarita may not accusing Irene?
I don't know, ma'am.
And do you agree with me that Margarita may be telling the truth since she knew Irene better?
No, ma'am.
And that Irene was shocked not because of the shame but with guilt?
I don't know, ma'am.
And her reaction will be the same for the guilt?
I don't know, ma'am.
And for the record, Your Honor, I would like to tell the court that the prosecution failed to identify the witness affidavit and be crossed out with the evidence submitted by the prosecution. No further question, Your Honor.
Again, anong last line mo? Again?
I would like to tell the court that the prosecution witness failed to identify the witness affidavit and be crossed out with the evidence submitted by the prosecution.
All right, noted.
No further question, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecutor. Redirect.
Miss Witness, you said that Miss Irene, the victim, is your classmate for 4 years, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you know her, as your classmate, is she a prostitute?
Objection, Your Honor.
No, that's leading also. You cannot ask that in redirect. Direct and redirect.
As you know your friend Irene, did that woman...
It's like that. As a friend, how can you describe Irene? Or how can you assess the character of Irene? So that it will not be leading.
As a classmate and a friend of Irene, how can you describe Irene?
Objection, Your Honor. That question was already answered during cross. The witness already said that she was not aware how Irene behaved.
No, it's different. It's different.
Yes,
the question is,
outside
can you describe the person, the character of Irene? Kung mabait, kung ganun lang. Actually, it will have a different answer. All right, the witness may answer.
Irene was kind-hearted and soft-spoken and has good standing in our school since she is our president for 4 years, and she is a student council member.
And as you said a while ago, the accused Margarita knows Irene better than you.
I did not answer yes, sir. I just answered maybe.
Maybe. So how sure you are that the words that the accused shouted to your friend Irene are not true or true?
I have no idea as to their truthfulness.
Diding.
Ano po,
Diding.
Judge?
You don't give choices to your witness.
That's all, Your Honor. No further
Prosecutor,
questions.
you fireplace your question. You revise. All right. Recross?
Miss Witness, you said earlier that you don't have any idea if the accused, Miss Margarita, is telling the truth or not when he called Irene a prostitute and a malande.
Yes, ma'am.
No further question, Your Honor.
What's the answer?
Yes po ang sagot niya.
Yes.
Apa. Kaya po
all right.
no further na po ako.
All right. The witness is excused. Interpreter, may cases pa? Do we have other cases?
No more cases, Judge.
All right. Okay. I can say that it is fair enough. Okay, your performance is fair. Not really good, but not really bad. Okay, since you're not well versed with how the court or the trial really proceeds, so it's really quite difficult on your part to portray as public prosecutor or as defense counsel or as a witness. Okay. I don't know how the witness was being briefed by the in the first group. All right. In the first group, there are questions that are still lacking. Okay? Medyo nag-skip ng idea, and sometimes there's no basis on the next question. Okay, so the question should be always based on the answers of the witness. And si Miriel, medyo may as cross-examiner, okay, merong mga hindi siya, merong mga questions which are not really relevant doon, okay? You can actually focus on the more material points, okay, that will at the presentation, all right, or yung trial demo ng first group. Actually, nung hindi niya na-identify agad, Prosecutor Sena, okay, yung witness, kasi nga, yung witness hindi maintindihan kung naka-sunglass or hindi. Kasi, hindi ko kasi alam kung naka-sunglass ka ba kanina o hindi. O sinuot mo yung sunglass mo. Hindi talaga. Okay. So, kung ganon, you can reiterate, pwede naman yon, okay? And then, i-ask mo, bakit hindi niya na-identify kanina? Okay? You should have asked that. Kasi baka mamaya sabihin niya, malabo yung mga niya, kasi nga matagal na niya hindi nakikita kasi yung akusado, di ba? So, you should have asked that in order to cure the defect. Kasi defective nga yun. Okay? And it will actually prejudice, no? Yung sunod, yung kina Macy Donaire yes. Okay naman, which I did not expect. Okay? Which I did not expect na maayos yung kanyang pag-cross-examine. Okay? Si Macy, okay naman. Kaya lang, ang problema, pinababayaan ng defense counsel or nung counsel niya na mag-narrate na mag-narrate. Actually, hindi dapat ganon. Isang tanong, isang sagot dapat. Okay? Ang nangyayari, ang dami nang nasasabi. Okay? Halos masabi na niyan lahat yung hindi na siya kasama doon sa tanong. Di ba? Okay, so although okay lang naman, kaya lang it's objectionable actually. So, yung mas madami yung nasasabi kaysa doon sa tanong. Okay. And then, so, okay naman yung Rodriguez. Sa third group, prosecutor was not able to ask in details how rape happened. Actually, ninarrate lang ng ninarrate ni Miss Fronda. Okay. Actually, dapat isa-isa yon. Tinanggal yung pants or nag-lie down siya in front. Tapos, hindi na nag-follow up question ang prosecutor. Okay? And then with respect to identification ng mga cellphone, basta pinakita ni Prosec yung cellphone, and then is this, can you recognize is this? Yung ganun lang. Paano niya ma-recognize yun? Hindi mo pa pagkakapareho minsan yung phone, di ba? Hindi lang naman ikaw yung may cellphone na ganon. Okay? Hindi nga sinabi ko anong phone yon. Kung Samsung ganyan ba yon, kung iPhone ganyan ba yan. Okay? So, kulang yung proof of identification kung bakit niya na-identify yon. Okay? So, yun. Although yung okay naman, yun lang yung sa prosecutor, yun lang yung comment, court. Sa defense, si Miss Baksit, si Dean, maayos. Okay? Actually, ano siya, it's a different Dean na nakita ko when she cross-examined the witness. Alright? Maayos. Maayos yung questioning niya, okay? Yung line of questions niya, actually, it's very brief, pero in detail siya, in-establish niya na magkakadikit lang, okay? Yung unit, na meaning may possibility na marinig, yung mga ganon. Okay, maayos. Okay naman, okay yung kanyang mga questions, which are answerable by yes or no. Okay, because as I mentioned, you do not give opportunity for your witness to elaborate in cross. Okay? Pero be sure it is still relevant, okay, to what has been said in the direct examination. Okay. Yung fourth group, natuwa ako, okay, magaling ang witness, okay. Magaling si Mr. Sarmiento as witness. Magaling naman lahat, okay. Si Ms. Aquino lang, nalimutan, okay, ang demand letter. Okay. Ang letter ay estafa yan. Okay? Very important ang demand letter kapag staff. Okay? Kasi hindi mo alam kung kailan nagkakaroon ng delay kasi dapat upon receipt of the demand letter. Okay? So, although sa lahat, siya yung maayos when it comes to and Mr. Sena with respect to the identification of the documents, okay, and whether it has been marked or not, okay, for the marking. Okay, maayos yung pag-lay down nyo ni Ms. Aquino, which okay yun. Alright? Okay. But si Mr. Rabano naman, medyo nangangapa lang. Actually, ang dami mong pwedeng itanong doon. Okay? Ang daming lapses ng prosec doon. Sa demand letter pa lang, ang daming lapses doon, ang daming loopholes doon, and mong i-atake yung kontrata. Na yun, actually, the contract is a contract of adhesion. Si Mr. Sarmiento lang, as the owner of the sound system, ang prepare nun. It's not true na yun ay prepared by both parties. I don't think so. Kasi it's very restrictive. Biruin mo naman 3 hours lang. And it's not actually the usual that when you rent a sound system, that right after 3 hours, you're going to return it. Not really the scenario, right? It's not really common, okay, to have the lessee, di ba? Not acceptable, no, when you're the lessee. Yung kontrata, it's more on adhesion, no? So I think marami dapat siyang tinanong si Mr. Rabano kasi madaming pwedeng i-attack doon. Okay. Sa last group, yung slander, actually you use that in English, hindi masyadong slanderous. Confirmation in Tagalog. Alright? In Tagalog yon, hindi ini-English. Kasi pag in-English mo, nawawala yung pagiging slanderous niya. Okay? Diba? Pag sabi, oh, you're a prostitute. Ang ganda pang pakinggan. Diba? Kasi English siya. Pero pag sabi, oh, pokpok ka, malandi ka, iba yung dating. Do not translate that, ba? Eh, ko ba naman magsasabi, kung pokpok yun, 10 pokpok din yung nakalagay sa info. Oo, kasi ganun okay? Para malaman mo kung gaano ka-grave, okay? Yung oral defamation, okay? So, kung gaano ka-grave, okay? Kasi sinabi lang na prostitute, ano pa ba yung sinabi? Ganon. Kasi nga, yun ang importante sa slander, okay? Na merong iba, okay, na naka-witness na napahiya ka. Okay? So, okay naman yon. Okay. And yung defense, ang maganda lang din sa mga defense, marunong, okay, alam kung paano mag-object. Kung kailan mag-object. Okay? So, it means you know how to discern, okay, whether the questions being asked, okay, by the opposing counsel is objectionable or not. Okay? So, okay yon. Magandang sign yon. At least, alam nyo kung ano yung, sa logic, okay, that's why it's in logic, alam nyo yung fallacies or kung mali o tama yon, di ba? Because there's leading questions, no, complex question, compound questions, these are fallacies, no, in logic. Okay. All right. Si Miss Sandoval naman, okay, okay naman. Kaya lang, pag ikaw talaga yung witness at kasi ang ginawa kasi ninyo, kaibigan pa. Bakit hindi pa yung mismo, okay, na mismong sinabihan ng prostitute? Kung ako sa inyo, yun na yung witness nyo. Kasi iba yung dating. Kapag ikaw yung mismong, sinabihan ng prostitute, bigla nga po ako nanaki nga po yung mata ko. Dahil hindi, bigla po nasabihan ako na pokpok ako. Kaya lang, ginawa niyong witness, kaibigan pa, nung sinabihan na siya ipokpok o prostitute, di ba? O dapat ang ginawa ninyo, kung sino yung sinabihan ng pokpok, prostitute, yun ang ginawa niyong witness. Si private complainant, dapat yun ang witness niyo. Kasi, para direct, di ba? Direct or first-hand knowledge yung makukuha nyo. Okay? And then, although you're going to present din yung kaibigan kasi naka-witness siya. Okay? Kaya napahiya. Yung ganon. Okay? Pero more or less, okay naman. Wala naman akong binigyan ng line of 7. Maaayos naman. As first-timer, maayos. Okay? And then, this will comprise your 50% of your final grade. Okay? So, actually, magaling. Sa first-timer, mahusay. Okay? Maganda. Okay? Clap-clap yung hands nyo. Kasi, tapos na kayo, di ba? Yun ang importante doon. Tapos na kayo. Kung ano man yan, at least, hindi yung line of 7. Pinakamababa ko yatang binigay is 82 yata or 80. So, mataas pa rin yon. So, ang ano ko na lang, ganito na lang, para makabawi naman kayo, ayusin nyo ngayon yung draft nyo. Para yun yung tumaas naman, mahihila niya to. Okay? So yung individual drafts to dun sa case draft nyo, yung isasubmit nyo sa akin, pare-pareho kayo ng grade doon, by group yon. Pero pagdating ng final grade, syempre magkakaiba kasi magkakaiba naman nga yung 50% na isa. Itong inyong trial demo. Okay? So, yon. So, pero sabay-sabay kayo. Yung first batch and second batch, sabay-sabay kasi i-LMS ko yon. Okay? So, para naman fair sa lahat, okay? Para fair sa lahat kasi alam ko 'yan na i-revise niyo pa 'yan, okay? Pagkatapos ngayon, i-revise niyo 'yan. Hindi niyo sasabihin sa akin na hindi judge, hindi namin i-revise 'yan. I-revise niyo 'yan. So, tapos na kayo. 'Di ba? So, yung 'di ba? Para meron din time yung 12 na maiayos nila 'yan. Okay? Pero actually, yung ngayon naman na I think nanonood din naman yung mga second batches. Okay? So, they learn from you also. 'Di ba? So, ngayon pa lang, ma-revise na yan ng second group. 'Di ba? Ngayon pa lang, ma-revise na yan ng second group. Bago pa lang sila. So, mas may advantage sa kanila. Bago pa yung trial demo nila. And then, nakakita pa sila ng actual na trial demo. Okay? Ednalyn, yung inyo, binalik ko, pakipasa ulit sa akin. Kasi, komplikado. Ewan ko nasan ba yung group ni Ednalyn kung nandito. Yun lang yata yung hindi ko kasi hindi ko napansin na merong email sa akin. Okay? Okay? So, okay ba tayo na can I have it by 12 before sige, after na nga lang. Ang 12, yung second batch, 1 o'clock is ang start kasi wala namang pasok yan. Okay? 1 o'clock ang start. And then after, siguro kung sa gabi, siguro mga 7 to 9, doon nyo na lang ipasa sa akin through LMS. I'm going to notify you. Okay yon? Joanne? Okay. Okay? Okay. So, more or less naman, naka-witness na din yung second batch. So, I think, meron pa rin silang time. Okay, madaming time sila na i-revise yung kanila. And sa inyo, mari-revise din ninyo. So, pareho kayong makakapag-revise ng draft nyo. Okay? So, I think fair yon on both groups. Okay? Diba? Tama? Okay. So, right after ng demo, sa gabi, kasi nga yung baka meron pang ibang nagkatrabaho na hindi holiday. Okay, so sa gabi siguro, sabihin ko mga 2 hours na pwede ninyong i-submit sa akin. So you get a copy from your group mates. Then yun din yung ipapasa nyo sa akin. Batch, they have the opportunity to revise, okay, before the trial demo. Okay, so I think it's fair enough. Okay? Okay na? Okay,
Yes,
thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you
Okay.
po.
Judge.
Salamat
Okay,
po.
mas mahaba kasi yung next
Thank you, ma'am.
trial demo kasi mas madami yun. Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye po.
Bye-bye
Thank you
po.
po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats. Have a weekend. Happy weekend.